In this video, I'm going to cover how to actually use clay.com from scratch. I've got a sample lead list here to create personalized lines like the ones over here. You can see personalized lines, leads, and we've got a lot of them. Now you can go ahead and read any one of these over here. I've created many tables, and this is only one campaign, right? So this definitely works. And just to understand the context of what we use these personalized lines for specifically, we have these personalized lines generated. We have our email copy. We have multiple email copies, right, for testing. And we place those personalized lines here to really engage the prospect and then spit out the offer afterwards to try and get them to respond and engage with our message. Now, let's begin. First thing you want to do is go ahead, make an account, press sign up. I already made a fake one because, we're not trying to, whatever. So you get this page in front of you after you create the account, press create new. And now obviously if you don't, I'm going to go with the assumption that we already have a lead list. Like you already have your lead list generated with some information on that. Obviously you should have some sort of, website or LinkedIn or something for the leads, not just a name and an email. Now, if you do only have those two, you could still use Clay to find the other, to enrich those leads. But it's just, you don't want to waste money or credits doing that. So if you're scraping your leads elsewhere, it's best that you actually have some information on the prospect pre-hand, right? Now, like I was saying, if you don't, you can always use Clay to generate leads. Here you have some filters. You put in some, random, put in some random data, generates a lead, and then you can see, okay, I definitely clicked some wrong stuff here. But preview companies, you're going to get some companies here, the descriptions, all of that, and then you can go ahead and refine it by fixing your filters. This is to find companies. You can do the same for, you can do the same for finding people, right? You can do the same, but we're going to go under the assumption we already have a lead list. So I'm going to go ahead and import that. Sample, yes, this one, sample lead list. First row contains column names. It does, right? Email, website, full name, all these things. Import, lovely. New blank table, indeed. Complete the import, and we should get the data in front of our eyes. Wonderful. Now you can see that I've got the email, the website, full name, first name, last name, whatever. But let's break down what we're really trying to do here, or how we can get personalized lines out of this. The first thing we need to do, think about it like human logic, right? And this is the best way to use clay.com, because you don't only use it to create personalized lines. You can use it for many different things. At the end of the day, you can think of it like ChatGPT, but you're feeding it a database, right? So this is the logic behind it. We're going to go scrape their website, understand their core mission, vision, and values. So what they stand for, what they do, their service, all that information from their website. And then that would be placed in one column. It would be stored as a variable on one column, which is the information on the prospect. And then we're going to create a new table that's going to go ahead and generate the personalized lines using the variable of the information we just extracted, or using the information, you can just say. So creating the personalized lines using information we just extracted, and boom, that would be on another column, right? And then you can go ahead and refine it. It gives you some options as to, is this good, is this bad, change it, why is this bad, and we're going to go through all of that, right? But to start off, you want to press add column, add enrichment, because we're trying to enrich. And you can see that there's a lot of features here. I'm going to slowly create videos, on how to use them specifically. If you have any requests specifically, you can also ask. But if for the meantime, you can go search on YouTube, right? If you have anything in detail. We're going to use Clayagent, which is basically the AI that Clay, provides. Now they do have different models here. If you want to really compare the models, you can go ahead here, but I'm not going to get into it for this video. We're just going to use Argon for now. And we have our prompts prepared, obviously, because prepared people. And you can see that the prompt basically tells it to go and extract information on the prospect. You're an expert researcher. Your task is to analyze the provided website or the specified company, scrape all information provided on their services, their mission, vision, values, latest posts or marketing posts. And a very important part is making sure that it's also up to date. You don't think about it. You're emailing someone. You don't want to talk to them about a post they made 3 years ago, right? If they're inactive. So it doesn't make sense. So you want to make sure that your prompt really covers all aspects. It's quality assured. And then you can tell here, okay, the output should focus on the company's description, understanding their mission, and then here's the company website. And then you plug in the website, right? It'll be like this, and then give it some more quality assurance. Remember that your information that you provide should be easy enough for the copywriter to implement these valuable insights. Give it some examples of how the copywriter is going to use this information. And so this all goes under prompt engineering. Now my partner actually did create a video just recently on that, so I think I'll link that in my video as well, just so you guys get an idea. But we're gonna go ahead, copy paste this into the prompt over here, and we need to plug in the variable of the website, right? So here is the company website. You press this, website, lovely, And now what it'll do is it'll go through this prompt, understand it, use the website variable here for each row. You can see here, and give us some insights, right? So save and run 10 rows, or we only have 10 rows, so it's the same. Yeah, so I was gonna say, okay, when you have more than, if you have, let's say, 1,000 leads, you want to make sure that the prompt works before you run it for all 1,000. Otherwise, you're gonna run out of credits. So you press save and run for 10 rows, and you run, and you see it's queued, and slowly we're gonna get the information, company details. Now it's a waiting game. Right, after waiting for like almost a minute, everything loaded. You can see we have some explanation here. And now this is only the results, right? Now you can also come here and press, I'm going to say, where is it? Text. And this text will actually show what? I'm going to make it show so this was the prompt that we put in, company details. There's the response, which is the actual output. Then there's the reasoning as to why it even outputted that information, right? Why did it say this? And with the reasoning here also contains some analysis. So I want to use that as well. I'm going to press save setting, and it's going to give me that column of, analysis. I can just rename the column, further information. Wonderful. Now, if you go ahead and read one of these, you can see Executive Coaching LLC, led by Jennifer Nielsen, offers leadership coaching services focused on unlocking ambition and confidence, whatever. It gives us all that good information that's very, juicy. We can use for our message, very useful. The analysis tells us the analysis. Why did it say this? It's because this information was there. They said this, they said that, and they provided this and that. Cool, right? This is very nice. So now, for example, we already go ahead and verify our leads and all that good stuff. So we know that these leads are relevant to who we're targeting. But now you can see how, for example, if you want to make sure that these leads are relevant after extracting this information, you can go ahead and create another AI prompt here with Clayagent saying, okay, use these two variables and analyze if this company falls within this niche, right? Is this under learning and development? If not, reply no or false. If yes, return true. And then for the next prompt, you can say that for the rows that returned true, then extract more information. And like this, you don't have to run your columns for all the leads, even if they're not relevant to you. And that way you can save credits and shmoney, right? But now we have our information, let's just say. And this assumption that they're all, well verified. We want to go ahead and create the personalized lines. How do we do it? Well, we're going to come here, we're going to add enrichment again. And now we know Clayagent is better for scraping, to extract information and whatnot. A very useful, AI tool for generating like humanized messaging is Claude, or I think Anthropic, they call it Anthropic here. And basically it's just better at writing, right? It's more of an English, or vocabulary, or like, you get the point, right? It's just a better AI for language. So Claude enrichment, we have it here. You're an expert copywriter. Keep it under 20 to 25 words. The goal is to intrigue the reader. Natural human-like tone. Make it genuine about their goals and mission. So what to use from the information. Remember to always question back to a lead gen pain problem. That's what we're targeting, right? Lead gen. So that's what we're focusing on. Depending on what you're doing, you can say focus on these types of problems. And then giving it examples of what we want to output. So here's where you would have to put in a bit of work. If you watched my automations video previously, I said that using tools and automating usually takes 90% of the work off your back, saving you hours, like I said. But obviously you're gonna have to master the skill first. So we know what we want so that we can automate it, right? Give it more examples of what we want, quality assurance and whatnot, and then we give it the results and reasoning variables here. So let me just copy paste this. Yes. Here, nice. Here's the data provided on our research team on the prospect name, company info, results, and reasoning, right? So we go here, prospect name, so full name, results, company details, response. You know what, let's do this better. What the, oh, sorry, full name, then you go down. Oh my God, sorry. Company detail response, right? And then we also want the reasoning. So go here, press further information. Now it has everything it needs, and the column output should be the response, correct? And then this is what I meant. Only run if, and then if you're doing the quality assurance thing where it outputs false for the ones that are not in your niche, you can use AI to create a only run if certain thing returns false, like the variable that the output before is false. And that way you can save credits. But we're not going to use this for now. Save and run for 10 rows. Right? Boom. And now we wait. it takes too long, I'm going to cut it. And nice. Now we have the, we have the lines. You can see, make this bigger. Your focus on unlocking ambition in Asian American and women professionals inspiring. The Evolve by Neck Leadership Accelerator Academy sounds transformative. Now, you see, this is obviously not something I'd want to send to someone. It's a bit too, dodgy. How do you effectively reach and engage potential clients who may not recognize the systematic barriers impacting their career growth? That's a very good question, but this part does not sound genuine at all. Now, obviously, like I just said, we don't want this, it's disingenuine opener. What you do is you'd go to the column where where you entered the prompt, the Claude prompt. Press edit column, and that was the first row, correct? So you press add example, choose a row to use as an example, row 1, right? And then you copy paste that question, which was good, but just edit the style of the first row, right? That first opener, and you'd make it seem a bit more realistic and whatnot, make it nicer, what you want specifically, more human and whatnot. Like I just said, you press save, and then slowly by refining and rerunning the rows until you perfect it, you'll finally have a prompt that outputs exactly what you want. And then you run it for, once you have that and you perfected it and you're happy, you run it for the rest of your rows, and life should be sweet, right? Now, obviously, there's a lot to work on this prompt. It's a matter of, I'd say, 30 to 45 minutes of work. You just go ahead, refine. You see how they all start with your focus, your blend, your approach. At least it's different, but you wanna try different approaches, see what works. So add some variability in these. Make sure that the outputs are consistent. It's using the information correctly. It's creating messaging that is personal. Think about it. Put yourself in the position of the person that's receiving your message. Would you respond to that? Does that seem human? Does that seem right? Let's read another one. Your focus on mindfulness and inner wisdom during the life transition caught my attention. It's a powerful approach to personal growth. How do you reach individuals who may not realize? Sorry for that one. Now, sorry, I'm going interrupted there, but you can see that this is actually a really good message, right? So you can use this one as an example as to what's the output, and then it can, it's like it's learning, right? It's machine learning, and slowly you get what you want. Wonderful. Now that we have this, you go ahead, actions, export, Google Sheets, sorry, download CSV, and boom, you have it, right? You have it. You open this, and then you have a CSV, import it where you need, Google Sheets, Google Where, and then you use it for your outreach. How easy is that? Very wonderful. Now, obviously, there's more details as how to use Clay, but I just wanted to make a quick video just to show you, the most simplest feature, just so you can get a grasp of how it works in the beginning, and then slowly we can develop on more technical, more detailed approaches for Clay.com. But that's it for this video. Hope it was pretty clear. And yeah.